footage shows the US-supplied missile rise up before slamming down onto Russian tank's weak spot and completely destroying it. This is the moment a Russian tank is blown to smithereens by a Javelin anti-tank guided missile in Ukraine. Video shows how the tank is caught in the missile system's crosshairs before the projectile soars through the air and meets its target. The US-made Javelin missile can be seen flying from a height before slamming down on the tank from above, known as a curveball shot, and sparking a huge fireball explosion. The missile, part of a series of weapons sent to Ukraine by Western countries such as the US and UK, is particularly deadly against tanks because their armor is thinnest on top. The drone footage shows the Russian tank stopped on a road, with another tank close behind it. The Javelin missile can then be seen arching in the air and steering downwards to hit the tank on its thinly armored upper side. Once hit, the Russian tank explodes into a huge fireball, sending a plume of smoke into the air. The second tank, which was close behind, is seen quickly turning around and racing down the road at speed to avoid being destroyed by the Ukrainian forces. Javelins are used by small, mobile units to destroy tanks from a distance and are seen by Kiev as one of their best hopes for slowing the advance. In the nearly 5 months since Vladimir Putin's men invaded Ukraine, 1,700 tanks have been destroyed by Ukrainian forces, who have been able to inflict heavy losses on the Russian army thanks to advanced Western weaponry and tactics. Ukrainian armed forces said today they had killed 111 Russian soldiers in the south and east over the past day, as comments from Russia's foreign minister showed the Kremlin's goals had grown during the 5-month war. Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov told state news agency RIA Novosti on Wednesday that Russia's military tasks in Ukraine now go beyond the eastern Donbass region. Lavrov also said Moscow's objectives will expand further if the West keeps supplying Kiev with long-range weapons such as the US-made high-mobility artillery rocket systems. That means the geographical tasks will extend still further from the current line, he said. The Russian-installed administration in the partially occupied Ukrainian region of Zaporizhzhia said Ukraine had conducted a drone strike on a nuclear power station there, but the reactor was not damaged. Multiple blasts were also heard in the Russian-controlled southern region of Kherson overnight and into Thursday, Russian news agency TASS reported. Reuters could not independently verify the reports. Ukrainian officials had no immediate comment. The Ukrainian military reported heavy and sometimes fatal Russian shelling amid what they said were largely failed attempts by Russian ground forces to advance. In the previous 24 hours, Ukrainian forces said they had destroyed 17 vehicles, some of them armored, as well as killing more than 100 Russian soldiers. In a Facebook post, the forces said they saw no signs the Russians were creating special strike groups to push a new offensive. Russia's invasion has killed thousands, displaced millions, and flattened cities, particularly in Russian-speaking areas in the east and southeast of Ukraine. It has also raised global energy and food prices and increased fears of famine in poorer countries, as Ukraine and Russia are both major grain producers. The United States estimates that Russian casualties in Ukraine so far have reached around 15,000 killed and perhaps 45,000 wounded, CIA Director William Burns said on Wednesday. Russia classifies military deaths as state secrets even in times of peace and has not updated its official casualty figures frequently during the war. The United States, which had said on Tuesday that it saw signs Russia was preparing to formally annex territory it has seized in Ukraine, promised that it would oppose annexation.